You damn right Boston should be the favorite right now after that performance last night and the kind of hole that they put Golden State in. Let me get direct in what I'm about to say. The Boston Celtics cannot win Game 2, and we expect the Golden State Warriors to win this series. They can't win Game 2. If the Golden State Warriors go down 0-2, they're not beating the Boston Celtics for the next 5 games. I think it's safe for us all to assume that. That's just too much to ask against a team as elite as they are defensively. I just don't expect that kind of breakdown from the Boston Celtics. Number 3, I will say this to you, KP. When we highlight what all the things that you just articulated about how Boston could step up their game, here's where I respectfully disagree. I don't believe all of those dudes would get the opportunity to do what they did if Jason Tatum was on. I think there's an exchange that took place. Because Jason Tatum wasn't on, he became a distributor, which is why he had the 13 assists. Those dudes were making shots. Remember, he took 17 shots. Jason Tatum's good for 25 shots when he's rolling, as he should be, because he's the superstar for that team. So it's not that I'm not saying that those guys wouldn't be effective. I'm simply saying if Jason Tatum is making shots, he's passing the ball less. There's less opportunities for them to do what they did. It's just that it would be him doing it instead of them. If it's not him, it's them. If it's not them, it's him. But Jaylen Brown has shown up as well, and they got 2 stars that you got to contend with. It's just that simple. In the end, your last point about Draymond Green, we got to bring this up about Draymond Green. All-world defensive player, orchestrator, your point forward, distributor of the basketball savant. Could you imagine how lethal the Golden State Warriors would be if Draymond Green was a reliable perimeter shooter? Think about that, because you couldn't leave him open. And then that would open the floodgates. Well, yeah, years ago, he would have been the MVP of the finals that they lost to Cleveland the way he played in that Game 7. Remember that? He got ejected. I'm sorry, he got suspended for Game 5. Came back in Game 6, they lost to Cleveland. Game 7, he played lights out, was absolutely spectacular. And I believe in Dre that when you put the pressure on him and you point to him and you say it's you, if you don't do this, they gonna lose. I think that he'll make sure he does his job. But he has to, because Boston is daring him to do so. I also think Gary Payton Jr., what the hell you got him activated for the game and not play him? The big boy that they got coming off the bench. I always forget how to pronounce his name. But, this brother here can hit some points. He can hit some threes. You need size, but you need an offensive threat that's playing your 4, your 5, because Boston's going to key on the guards. If you Steve Kerr, you got to take these kind of chances. And also you got to play a defender like Kuminga, because his athleticism and his length might help you on the defensive end of the floor as well. I think that there's a lot that Steve Kerr could do, but they got to do it, man, because Boston is no joke.
They better respect the others. That's what they better do. They better respect the others. They better respect Big Al Horford like he didn't outplay Giannis in that Game 4 on the road in Milwaukee when he went for 26 or 28 points. Yeah, in the fourth quarter. See, here's the thing. The thing that I recognize about Jason Tatum, I believe it was Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I believe he had about 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. He shot the ball 21 times in that game. See, Jason Tatum, Stephen A. and Legs, he's growing right before our very eyes. See, just because they call your play doesn't mean it's your shot. And he's starting to get that. He's starting to make guys around him better. The great Kevin Garnett used to tell me, hey, man, when you see a franchise guy, watch him and see if he's able to get his 20 or 30 and get people around him 10 to 15 points. That's what we're seeing out of Jason Tatum. This is why we see this team being so lethal. Let's not act like we didn't see Grant Williams in a crucial Game 7 light it up against the Milwaukee Bucks at the crib. Listen, I'm telling y'all, man, this Boston Celtics team is real. Coach Ime Udoka hold these guys accountable. He has put together a hell of a game plan. He has his rotations down. He rolled with his bench in that fourth quarter last night. Peyton Pritchard played 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. You talk about trust. Game 1 of the finals, he played 8 minutes in the fourth. Hey, look, I'm telling you, we don't talk about Ime Udoka enough and the phenomenal job he's been doing in this postseason for his adjustments and rotation.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.